Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, this will easily be the most hostile game we play this season. This road game will be the most hostile road game we play this season. Now, these dudes are upset with us. The Minnesota Vikings, let's not act like we don't know who these guys are. They're upset with us. We went into their stadium and took something that they'll never be able to achieve. It's hurting them. It's eating them to the core. They have no chance of really winning this game, in my opinion. It all comes down to who's the better quarterback. It all comes down to it. Dalvin Cook is running out of his mind right now. Second most rushing yards in the NFL. Nobody predicted that out of Dalvin Cook. Nobody predicted Christian McCaffrey to be number one. Those things are happening because guys like Ezekiel Elliott are no-shows. Todd Gurley, knees is bad. Le'Veon Bell, the Jets are the Jets. You see what I'm saying? This stuff is happening because of situations like that. Kirk Cousins and the Dallas Cowboys are identical. They are identical. Hear me out. Before we get into the keys to victory, let's talk about how this team is. Let's talk about the heart in this team's chest. There is none. There's no heart in this team's chest. Listen, a football team got to go as the quarterback will allow it to. You go as far as your quarterback can. They're not going nowhere with that quarterback in Minnesota. Nowhere. They can't beat the good teams, just like Dallas. They cannot beat the good teams. They lost to the Green Bay Packers and they lost to the Chicago Bears. They already lost 2 division games. They can't muster up the strength to beat the good teams. They can't do it. They've only beaten the likes of the New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, and I can't remember the other team. The other team was trash too. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going at with this? But this is what it's going to take for the Philadelphia Eagles to go in there and take this victory. Now, the crowd is really going to help these guys, man. Make no mistake about it, man. They're going to be really hostile. Minnesota don't like us at all. Ever since the NFC Championship game, they can't stand us. We can't stand them. I mean, we don't really even think about them the way they think about us, in my opinion. But, it is what it is. Minnesota is just a failed franchise who wants to take the anger out on anybody they can. What they did against the New York Football Giants don't scare me in the least bit because Dak Prescott did the same thing. And you seen Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins against good teams, they don't look the same. What do we got to do? The same thing. They got to happen to when you want to beat a team like the Cowboys or when you want to beat a team like the Vikings. Stop the run. Who's better at stopping the run than anybody than the Philadelphia Eagles? Give me a better run-stopping defense than the Philadelphia Eagles right now. We stopped the run. The front four is coming along just in time. The pass rush is coming along just in time. Rasul Douglas, Pro Football Focus, got him at 15th. Top 15 cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? He's in top 15 in cornerbacks in the league. Somebody that everybody couldn't stand. After week 1, Rasul Douglas has been putting in work. He was just the captain last week against the Jets. He has earned his spot. So it upsets me that he had to go through the gauntlet to get it done. He had to go through the criticism, but he did it the hard way, and it's going to make him a better player in the long run because of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Philadelphia Eagles have to do to win this game against the Minnesota Vikings. First step is to run the ball. We don't want to get into a passing contest with these guys being cute. We don't have to do that to beat these guys. We don't have to do that. We're bigger than them on both sides of the ball. Pause. We bigger than them guys on the offensive line and on the defensive line. What we got to do is we got to play a personnel with 2 tight ends, a run game, establish the run with Jordan Howard. I'm glad to hear that Jordan Howard is finally getting his respect as an RB1. Establish the run with Jordan Howard and hit these dudes with the play action. Make them bite on the run and hit them with the play action. We will win this game easily. We want to control the clock. We want to establish the run and use play action. We don't want to come out starting this game cute, getting no points in the first quarter. We don't want to be cute in this game on the road. We're on the road 3 straight weeks. It's time to play smash mouth football. It's time to change up things. Smash mouth football. We don't care if Carson Wentz throwing for 4. We know Carson Wentz can throw for yards. We know Carson Wentz can put the ball up. We know that. We want to have these guys expecting us to pass, but running the ball down their throats and controlling the clock. That's the key to victory, man. That's the first key. It's smash mouth football. Impose our will on both sides of the ball. And the thing about it is that the defensive line is chomping at the bit. They want to get out there, man. I didn't see a defensive line. They made history last week. Do you understand this? Yeah, it was the Jets. I don't care. History was made. It was a regular season game. First team in NFL history to record 2 sacks and get 2 defensive touchdowns in the same game. Everybody wanted a piece of the pie. Brandon Graham set the tone. Brandon Graham set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Graham is playing lights out this season. Everybody wants a piece of Kirk Cousins, and we're going to get the Kirk Cousins, man. The Bears were able to get to him. I think they sacked him around 6 times. I think there's room for us to pressure Kirk Cousins with 4. That brings me to the second key. We don't want to over blitz. We want to only bring 4 as much as possible in this game. We want to only bring 4 as much as possible in this game. I'll tell you why. Because Kirk Cousins is one of those scary quarterbacks that'll throw the ball with his eyes closed. He'll just throw it in the receiver's direction. That's how they beat us last year. We had him backed up on the 3rd and long. He just threw it up. Thielen came down with it. He's scary like that. So we want to make sure that we always have help over the top when we playing against Kirk Cousins. He can throw the ball. He can throw the ball, period. We want to have help over the top. And I like the fact that the Minnesota Vikings have decided to unleash Kirk Cousins. We want him throwing the ball as much as possible. I'm not going to lie. Because once teams start to beat us with the run, if they can this season, if somebody is able to beat us with the run, then that makes us it just makes us really just vulnerable to play action after that. Because we put our emphasis and we put everything we got into stopping the run so much that we want to make sure we get in the backfield every play. And we're going to get caught with our pants down. So that's why I'm saying it's really important that we only bring 4. We only bring 4. The third key, I talked about it a little bit. Always have over-the-top help. Do not let Kirk Cousins get the big shot. We want to take the big shot away from Kirk Cousins. We want to respect Kirk Cousins in this game the same way we would respect Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers, doing everything in our power to take away the big shot. Even though Aaron Rodgers was able to gash us, you know what I mean? We didn't get the pass rush on Aaron Rodgers. Well, Aaron Rodgers escaped a lot of pass rushes from us. You know what I mean? We got pressure there. We got him to move off his spot. But Aaron Rodgers is a rare freak, a rare athlete, a rare mobile quarterback. Kirk Cousins is not Aaron Rodgers. If we can move Kirk Cousins off his spot, make him second guess himself, make him start patting the ball, we will be successful in the secondary. Period. So let's go over the keys again. We want to play smash mouth football. We don't want to over blitz. And we always want to keep somebody over the top of Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. We don't want to get beat deep. We can take care of business on this team, man. We can take care of business on these guys. And we will take care of business on these guys with the score 28-13. I think we go in there and I think we have a statement win on the road. Well, our statement win of the year is in Lambeau. We already got that taken care of. So if we could go in Lambeau, we could damn sure go in Minnesota, our second home, where we won the Super Bowl, and take care of Kirk Cousins. Come on now. It's Kirk Cousins. We're going to take care of business on this dude, man. We're not sleeping on Kirk Cousins. Don't make that mistake. But if we shut down the run, can Kirk Cousins really put the team on his back? Kirk Cousins has never put a team on his back in his life. Can Kirk Cousins really put the team on his back? I don't think so. And it's not going to happen on our watch, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.